It's time now for the Beer Channel 11 a.m. news report on this Wednesday morning afternoon, May 18, 2016. Good morning and afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins out here. 11 a.m. news and on top here. 11 a.m. is... It was really just a matter of time when the Democratic presidential primary and its twilight frustration within the ranks of the party's handled it up. The primary process spilled out of the week as Bernie Sanders supporters lashed out of the party. 1 in the morning and 200 girls kidnapped by Boko Haram in 2014 have been found in the first time to be recovered since the time of the detention of quoted activists to bring back our girls movement in Nigeria. New York, a man wielding a knife was killed by and a bystander was hurt in a police-involved shooting Wednesday in Midtown Manhattan, the PD said. Overtime roulette today as Vice President Joe Biden will join Labor Secretary Tom Perez and Senator Sherrod Brown. After the night of the fire survivor retweeted a fire photo of Ted Cruz's by Friday, Donald Trump told the New York Times that the neighborhood was a mistake. Residents waited for the floodwaters of the Carolina, Sri Lanka, suburban Colorado, Lambo on Wednesday. Baghdad, powerful Shiite cleric Muqtada al-Sadr has ordered his armed followers to withdraw from the streets of the Baghdad district that had been hit by a deadly bomb claimed by Islamic State and aid on Wednesday. London, Britain's Queen Elizabeth II took a member at Parliament also took place today before speaking in Parliament to deliver the annual Queen's speech. The leader of Venezuela's political opposition openly called on the country's military to make a choice between the country's citizens and Nicolas Maduro. The country's president ratcheted up a political showdown that comes with the country. Washington, Donald Trump said he would be willing to speak with the North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, a sharp departure from the current U.S. In Managari, Nigeria, 1 in 2 to 76 girls abducted by 2014 by the Boko Haram insurgent group in Nigeria was found and identified, activists said Wednesday. Seoul, North Korea discharged water from a border dam without prior notice as a forest fire from the north traveled into the south across the demilitarized zone. Quito, Ecuador was struck by a 6.7 magnitude earthquake Wednesday, just months after being hit with the most disastrous quake in decades. New York. Rail passengers were warned to expect disruption for the rest of the week after a fire brought chaos to New York City on Tuesday night. New York. Representative Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump has said that he wants to meet North Korean leader Kim Jong-un to discuss his nuclear program. Chicago. Kevin Edwards, the suspect in the November shooting death of Tyshawn Lee, was returned to Chicago and charged with the first-degree murder. Solar digital sales growth at Target Corporation weighed in on the retail's first quarter results for the latest and the retail's able to grab online shoppers increasingly to determine their fortunes. Treasuries fell for a third day, pushing 2-year yield to the highest since April amid speculation million into the Federal Reserve's latest meeting. Wall single policymakers intend to stick their plan to raise interest rates twice this year. On Wednesday, the Charter Cable Company will probably take control of the Time Warner Cable and another small operator right after the $65 billion American merger. New York residents from Manhattan, Long Island, New Paltz, White Plains, Rochester, Syracuse, Binghamton, Capital, New York State Capital, Naples, Albany, and much of the and Lebanon. Let's say to make geomorphine and engineering crops are safe and possibly good for climate change. Paris, France has announced a new round of flight tests for the Neuron. Unmanned combat aerial vehicle illustrated the use of the drone in the Nainville context. New York crude oil prices drifted slightly lower at the start of trading Wednesday after data showed crude oil inventories declined less than anticipated. Washington, Northrop Grumman received $13.5 million U.S. Air Force contract modification of KC-10 engine oil work. Take a look at some local news in North Andover. 3 people were injured in a railway accident Wednesday morning in median up Interstate 295 near I-95. 2 victims were taken to the Rhode Island Hospital of Providence while a third declined treatment. The accident was reported just before 6:25 a.m. and all occupants were reported out of the vehicle. Attleboro firefighters assisted to the scene. The accident further slowed traffic during the morning commute, officials said. Take a look at the stocks. The Dow is up 20. The Dow is up 24 cents at 17,530.22. SP 500 up 401 points at 2,409.12. And Nasdaq up 23.8 points at 4,739.53. Cambridge, Massachusetts University has received a $35 billion donation to help study early childhood education. The donation largest ever at Harvard's Graduate School of Education comes from the Saul Senate Schober Foundation. Harvard says the donation will be used to conduct one of the largest studies ever in education since the 1970s. A 5-year study will follow a group of 3-year-old children to answer questions about the long-term effects of early education. However, to invest in the preschool education and which models work best. Boston, a Wilbur man would find clients at a $1.3 billion by convincing them into Harvard. Invested in a hedge fund that doesn't exist, has been sentenced to 3.5 years in prison. Europe possesses vast oceans which may be chemical makeup closer to Europe and could be warmer than astronomers previously believed. While along that U.S., several genetic clues from the giraffes that relatively may provide insight on how the animals developed their hide a new study revealed. A closed-door meeting in Harvard Medical School brought together 150 scientists, lawyers, and entrepreneurs to discuss the future of building human and organism and genomes from scratch. Mount Susanna drives down risk of 13 cancer research shows. Most neighborhood parks in the United States are geared toward younger people, which limits their use, and new studies suggest. You might want to think about your retirement plans as new study has discovered a connection between a busy lifestyle and cognitive function in older adults. Pakistan, the Zika virus is expected to reach Europe by late spring and quarter. A new report by the World Health Organization about the risk of outbreak. Peter Childers, I'm a load of weight on this Wednesday morning going into Wednesday afternoon. Starting out for a spot report. The Boston Red Sox have 2 games. 1 game at 2:15 p.m. against the Royals and another at 8:15 p.m. against the Royals at Kauffman Stadium. The Cleveland Cavaliers made this with a 3-point shooting in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. They didn't need to ball game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, but instead ended the round breakers in the paint. Salt Lake City, a former University of Utah football player, filed a lawsuit on Tuesday against the NCAA and Western Athletic Conference for allegedly failing to protect athletes from concussions. Peter Childers is now 11:09 on this Wednesday morning, going into Wednesday afternoon, and it's time now for a travel report. Let's stay up down in Rhode Island, where 95 on both ends it is slow from 146 to 195. 95 on the northbound side, a little slow. Route 195 in downtown Providence. Route 3 on the northbound side it is slow from Route 18 in Weymouth all the way after the Great Tree Split. Southeast Expressway on the northbound side it is slow for the Dorchester stretch all the way to the Mass Pike. Southeast Expressway southbound side, so the Pike all the way to Dorchester. 93 on both ends it's slow for the Boston stretch. 146 on the southbound side, a little slow at the Mass Pike in Millbury. Mass Pike eastbound side, a little slow to the Palmer stretch. I-91 on the northbound side, a little slower. And the Mass Pike in Chicopee. Up in Northern New England. I-89 on the southbound side, a little slow after the Canadian border. In Vermont, I-87 on both ends, a little slow to the Plattsburgh stretch. Everett Turnpike is slow after Route 293 in Manchester. 93 on both ends, a little slow to Derry, New Hampshire. And highways and byways at Maine are logo. All highways and byways at Maine are looking good. Route 2 on both ends, a little slow on the New Orange, Massachusetts stretch. Down in Connecticut, Route 9 on the westbound side, a little slow on the New Britain stretch. I-84 on the westbound side, a little slow around the New Britain stretch. I-84 on the eastbound side, a little slow on Route 6 in Southbury. 95 on the southbound side, it's slow for the Norwalk stretch. Long Expressway on the westbound side, it's slow for Garden City, all the way after Queens and stretching it down to the Manhattan. 278 and on the westbound side, it's slow for Maryland Airways Bridge, all the way at Route 95. Jersey Turnpike in London, New Jersey. Belt Parkway, westbound side, it's slow for the Brooklyn stretch. Bill Parkway eastbound side, so the Brooklyn stretch. 95 on both ends also the Bronx, all you get to the George Washington Bridge down in New Jersey. 278 on the eastbound side of it, so from Brooklyn all the way to the Long Expressway. Great Central Parkway also the LaGuardia stretch. 678 on the northbound side of it, so the Queens stretch. Jersey turbout from New York on to the Delaware. Garcia Parkway from New York to Wildwood, and New York State Ferry Loom from New York down to Buffalo and Neary. And Pennsylvania turbout loom from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh. IA1 on the northbound side, and also for the turnpike in Harrisburg. Take a look at MBTA alerts at 11:11 on this Wednesday morning. I'm going to the Wednesday afternoon. Ferries out, looking good on the subway system. Civil and asphalt Smith minor laser disabled bus. In on the commuter rail, it is looking good. Peter Channel News Times now 11:11 on this late Wednesday morning, going to the Wednesday afternoon, and it's time now for a weather report. And it's turned out to be a beautiful day today. Looking at the radar, and it looking at radar, and then it's showing some line of rain showers stretching away from central Pennsylvania, stretching on down for West Virginia, down for eastern Kentucky, down in Tennessee, and a line of rain showers around eastern North Carolina. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. Today, most skies got about 0 degrees. North east about 6 miles covered, not a variable. Tank increase got about 45 degrees. East with about 5 miles covered. Thursday, most skies got about 66 degrees. Scott with covered. The northeast about 5 miles in the afternoon. Thursday, chance of showers. That's what made before 2 a.m. Most skies got about 46 degrees. Scott with chance of is 40%. New rain from amounts less than 7 inches. Check down on amounts possible. That's what for Friday. Punch bug before 8 a.m. Skies got about 74 degrees. Northwest about 3 to 5 miles on Friday night. Most skies got about 51 degrees. Saturday, punch got about 73 degrees. Saturday, chance of showers after 10 p.m. After 5 p.m. Most skies got about 49 degrees. Chance of 40%. Sunday, check the showers. Punch bug before 9 a.m. Most skies got about 50 to 65 degrees. And chance of 30%. Saturday night, check the showers before 9 p.m. Punch bug up 3, 4 a.m. 5 a.m. Most skies go up 48 degrees. Chance of 30%. Monday, punch got about 66 degrees. Monday night, check the showers. Most skies go up 49 degrees. Chance of 40%. And for Tuesday, check the showers. Most skies go about 69 degrees. And chance of 40%. Good, not the rain stop. Fair skies at 62 degrees. Humidity 41%. 17 above Celsius. That's going to be for the Peter Channel 11 a.m. news report on this May 18, 2016 on Wednesday. PSC, have a good afternoon and good presentation. See you at 5 o'clock. Have a good afternoon.